My time with Fight has been an interesting one. A lot of what I did was a lot of things that kind of built up on what was already established and also bringing in new light that could help make it feel more of what it could be.
Our job is to provide highly desired services to patients who can't get them anywhere else. The healthcare system is traumatic as it is. And so what we try to do is, I call it hacking the system. We try to hack the system. And so we believe that part of healing the trauma is to provide a welcoming space.
We actually have this big wall of words of affirmation, constructed, made by the community, those who come into the clinic. That spoke a lot to me because it was like something made for the community, by the community, essentially. Being in a clinic, in a waiting room where there's a lot of feelings that you might have, maybe like anxiety, fear, nervousness, all that. But you see this big wall, you see all these other different things that you can do, these activities, things that can preoccupy your mind. You're here to seek help, you know. It shouldn't feel as though that you're being probed. They're here for you, and this is one of the ways that they show that they're here for you.
There's so many ways to advocate. I advocate by providing medical care, and people see that, and that's very obvious. But people don't see the behind the scenes stuff, right? They don't see Max in that office there creating all of these words of affirmation on the wall. These superstars are on the ground advocating in this very subtle way that no one will ever see, but it's going to help a lot of people. So to me, that embodies a lot of what we should be doing. The interns that come through CNSJ are going to make change, right, one day. And I want them to see a place like this that's so ambitious and take that with them in the future.
The biggest takeaway was all of them welcoming, greeting, their gestures and mannerisms. It made it feel really, really comfortable, not only just for the people they were looking after, but also me.
I think trying to understand where your employees are coming from, I think first and foremost is helpful, and that comes from talking to employees and being transparent about what's possible and what's not. At the end of the day, as an organization, as an entity, there's a bottom line that you have to hit. If we can be harmonious together, then we can treat our patients with respect. If we don't like each other, if we're all burned out at the same exact time, if we can't support each other with that burnout, there's no way we're gonna have a trauma-safe space.
With my own personal path towards healing, what I found, what worked best for me was actually interacting and socializing with my friends, or people I found myself trusting more. What turned out being the case was that a lot of people, or the people that I found that I was talking to, they had a lot of similar shared experience with that, which made it a lot more easier to feel open about what I was going through. It helps a lot to recognize and understand that what you're going through, you don't have to go through alone. And even if it's just one conversation, that can lead to a lot of pathways towards other sources of healing. You can build and you can overcome and you can rise from what's going on, even if it's just starting with a few words.